Namaste, everyone. Welcome to Dream Challenge, where I channel specific messages for you. This is not on a collective scale. With that being said, please take what will resonate. Okay. I also want to add on that you already got some sign from your highest source of belief system, and you only come here for this specific segment of my readings solely for confirmation. This segment here, in terms of readings, are based on predictions or interpretations that will take place unless I say otherwise. See this as a segue of guidance until it takes place, as an extra reassurance beside your spiritual team and or your belief system. Welcome, collective. So, yeah, I'm just gonna go right into it. You know what it is. If it resonates, it shall resonate. Um, I don't know if you're the mom, okay, or if it's in relation to your mom, but your mom is gonna hold a get together with her bestie and a bunch of other guests, and the get together is basically to honor somebody that has passed away in relation to your mom's bestie or your bestie, okay? Um, you guys are in your like 40s, 50s, somewhere around there in terms of the age between whomever resonates with this message, okay? But I was also like tuning into like everybody there, the cousin, the grandma, that passed away. It's kind of in that room as well. Um, I'm not quite sure if I'm not quite sure again if it's the grandma that passed away, but I will say the grandma on whoever's holding the get together is gonna be there. I feel like as a support system, okay, because this rift between um, your mom or you and your bestie, your mom and their bestie, or you and your bestie, whomever is like watching this video, is gonna take a toll on them. Okay. Um, Let me just, for easier sake, reference it from the point of view of you as a kid watching this get together, or a younger individual watching your mom having this get together with, um, for the sake of the auntie's family member, aka your mom's bestie, family member that passed away. Um, I will say this though, whoever is the youngest there is gonna be like human dishwasher, okay? Um, which is pretty common in certain cultures to be a human dishwasher. But yeah, the interesting part is that while all this commotion is taking place like in the living room, and you're here washing dishes, and like the masculine elders just like in the kitchen and talking, or just kind of like trying to see what more of food they can grab. There are some serious talks going on in the living room, and you had no clue. You had no clue that this fight broke out in the living room between your mom and their bestie, because you were so busy doing dishes. Now, while you were while you finish everything, and you're going to get some help, human dishwasher, in due time, okay? And as you're going to check the living room to see what's up, there are like a lot of plants to the left, as well like on coffee tables, so what one would refer to as coffee tables. And they're kind of misplaced. It looks quite odd, but I feel like it has to do with the fact that if you're like doing dishes and if things are getting rearranged, uh, whomever is helping, they're just gonna put the things that they like to their liking, not according to how it used to be. I don't know if there's a symbolism to that, but that's just your thinking, but I was viewing this entire thing. And then your mom explained to you, like, yeah, yeah, we had a big falling out. Somebody called from the motherland. Because I feel like you guys are in like places that your parents aren't born in. So you can live in Europe, in Canada, in South America, in China, in the UK. You know what it is, okay? All I saw was just commotion in the living room, you being human dishwashers, your relatives going in and out. Mostly the masculine energy is trying to, like, figure out what more they can grab for their stomachs. Um, your mom, however, was very sad, but she's kind of like, she also understand the fallout because, again, her bestie lost somebody, and it took place during this time. And I feel like somebody that had passed over, like your grandma, will come and be in that room and trying to at least calm your mother. Ancestors are very prevalent here when it comes to your family. And sometimes they visit. This time it was your grandma. You might also see your grandma or feel your grandma. When I say see, you could see your grandma like in your dreams, but you could also feel them. They have like a distinctive smell. Just all of a sudden they pop up. But I feel like they pop up in your consciousness, in your mind during this time, during this fallout, okay? During the time when your mom is like really going through it. Um, yeah. And I also was tuning into something about 8 years ago. So I will say this, as soon as you saw this whole commotion and then you kind of saw a glimpse of your grandma or a grandma, but I feel like it's your grandma. I instantly woke up from this revelation and then I tuned into based on clairaudiency 8 years ago. So I don't know, because again, keep in mind these are messages that's going to take place if they haven't already, as in if it's not in this present moment, it's going to take place in the days to come, in the future to come. Okay, this is not based on 8 years ago, but something took place 8 years ago. Whereas, I could easily say this took place 8 years ago and it's coming up as a trauma response during this time. And there's something that needs to be kind of clarified, dealt with, cleared, okay, transmuted. I'm not feeling that, but we're going to drop some. Sorry, guys. I'll drop some cards. I usually don't, never actually do card shuffling when it comes to my audience, but specifically not on what's to come with dream channelings, because it's kind of like there's there's no need for clarification when it's painted as vivid as it is. Um, but I can only do so much. So we're gonna see. It's in relation to what took place 8 years ago. Some sort of clarity about a relationship, a romantic relationship, and somebody was involved with somebody. Sorry, that was a romantic relationship, a partnership that took place. Um, Somebody needed clarity, okay, and the clarity had to do with some sort of magic when it came to soulmate. What? Okay, maybe somewhat. Okay, I don't know what to do. I'm just shuffling, and we're gonna see what comes out. Okay. Um, this magic or quote unquote manifestation made it so that somebody wasn't supposed to come forward. So there was some sort of magic that took place 8 years ago. This could also be tied to whatever was going on between you and your mom and their bestie. So somebody did some sort of magic to cause a rift, and somebody found out about something. It could be a fire sign that did this, or your mom could be a fire sign, or the bestie. Um, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. I'm also tuning into Capricorn. Okay, so yeah, Capricorn is not here on my desk, but it's what I'm tuning into. Okay. But yeah, somebody wanted to keep on just being friends or keep the celebrations going. They did not want a third party interferences. So they didn't want somebody that was intellectual coming in. They didn't want somebody this also doesn't make sense. So I don't know if it's you or your auntie, aka your mom's bestie, but somebody found out that there was some sort of magic or tampering between a relationship, and basically they wanted things to be in a friendship zone. Okay. Because I'm getting the energy of like energy of not energy but enemy of progress. You're ready to like go get married and settle down, but your bestie is envious and they're like, no, we're supposed to stay single forever, remember, because we made this pact when we were 17. Something of this nature. But as I'm channeling this, it feels weird to me because I feel like your mom and their bestie has such a strong bond. It feels very like family, like sisters for life, even if they're not blood. So I feel like it could be like this masculine energy that wanted very much for you guys to not be okay. Maybe they felt like they were blockage here, but I feel like it wasn't. It's not related to you and your aunt, aka your mom's bestie. I feel like what took place 8 years ago, it has to do with this came up. Okay, I don't know why it has relevance to this situation between you and your mom, or your mom and their best friend. Also, why am I saying bestie? This feels very millennial. So some of you guys could be millennial. But let's see what took place 8 years ago. Let me reshuffle because one thing I don't like is confusion. So we got 8 years ago, and this came up as soon as you kind of tuned into your grandma here, or saw your grandma, if I'm going to be specific. Um, so yeah, 8 years ago there was happiness, but there was some sort of inner conflict because of this happiness because of family. What was hidden here is that somebody felt exiled, humiliated, or there was heavy gossip. Okay, um, that took place 8 years ago. It's almost like they were trying to act like everything is good, but behind the scenes there was conflict, there was gossip, there was exiling, there was humiliation, and this could have been from your family to another, or it could have been within the family section. Okay, so now, okay, it kind of makes sense. I'm getting the energy of like, well, your family is messed up if you're gonna like judge my family. Okay, uh and here we got again a Queen of Wands. So Queen of Wands is very could be like the reason for the fallout, unless again your mom or your bestie is like the Queen of Wands. But this Queen of Wands, this fire sign female, they did this because they wanted a lover or they were involved with somebody on a romantic level and it caused a rift in this family. Okay. And now somebody wants justice. It could be a Libra, okay, based on the Queen of Swords. But yeah, they want justice here because all they're feeling right now is isolation. And this is why they left. Because I'm also getting somebody trying to speculate why somebody passed away. But Lord and behold, it is your mom's besties, somebody on their side that passed away, and they're trying to figure out. And I don't know if they're blaming your mom for the reason for what took place, but they want justice, okay? Because they feel like somebody was too manipulative or calculating or had a very good speech on how to pull people in. They could have been like financially stable because I'm getting the energy as well, like I put in money for this and that and I was the one that took care of this and that, and somebody kind of felt undervalued and they're just like, why are you acting like you know so yeah, somebody feels undervalued because I'm getting the energy of like, that is not a lie. Why are you acting like you are in charge of this when it's like it's my family? Like it's kind of like somebody's imposing themselves in a situation and they lack boundaries, and it's kind of like, you're doing too much. I know you love me, but it's like you're overstepping your boundaries. Yeah, and this is what somebody's conflicted about. For some, I don't know why, because I feel like this is getting very vague now, unless specific. But for some, again, I read energy. I really don't care about gender like that. But for some, it could be like a situation where I know your mom had secret feelings for their bestie, and this is like a same sex situation, and you guys are like people from ethnic cultures that just could be quite traditional and they just don't do that, and it's like, what the heck is this? So I feel like for somebody of older generation, somebody could have suspicion that something more was going on between your auntie and your mom, and they're having conflict about this because it's kind of like, why are they involved so much? Like, what, you can have siblings, but this feels more than a sibling, and they're trying to like speculate things, and this could be why the rumors are here. And then your mom's bestie is kind of like, I don't want to deal with this. I want to like, I need some sort of boundaries between us because this is like pretty overwhelming. Okay. So yeah, so somebody feels judged by this because they have a hard time letting this go. Um, if you like, in relation to that part of the message, if you go and listen to JC's song 444, he sings about like the struggles of being a single mom and his mom basically falling in love with their friend, and yeah, having to be a closeted person of color that is interested in somebody of the same gender, you know, that is trying times. Okay, so I feel like for something of this nature took place, or something took place 8 years ago, and it got brought up today, or will be brought up. For some, it's that situation. For others, is what I mentioned before, where it's like your bestie kind of feels overwhelmed because they couldn't just handle being in the scene of all of this. Not so much about feelings being involved, but there's just so much talk. I'm gonna pull an advice card because I do also feel like for a lot of you guys, this doesn't make sense and it doesn't resonate and it kind of feels quite absurd. I get it. Okay. take what does. Some of it, it's out of the equation of a hidden same-sex situation, right? And for others, it's not. I get it, okay? Don't have to be in your head about it because it's quite simple what you feel fits, okay? Um, like I was saying, when I kind of pull in the cards, I had to see what happened 8 years ago. This could also be something that took place for the person that passed away, and all of this was going on in their life, and it was hidden, and people were speculating and talking. But your advice card based on the spirit animal oracle deck that I have is that this is time. This is a time. It's a lucky time to be specific for you to kind of just make sure that, let's say if you are the dishwasher in the family, make sure that keep the vibrations high. And if you're the mom that's going through this, um, you know, it's not end all be all, okay? I feel like you kind of just need to let your person, your best friend, kind of just have their moment. You guys will reconcile and it will be great. And you guys will have fun again. It's just one of those moments when, you know, what's life if you're not having a fight with your best friend, okay? Because to be quite honest, is it really a best friend if you don't have a rift? Um, a best friend knows everything, the good and the bad and the ugly. So I feel like separation is needed because there's overstepping of boundaries here. And when that is kind of like given space, again, be mindful of that. It all kind of took place during somebody's passing, okay? So emotions are intense, they are heightened, um, you know? But with that being said, thank you guys for stopping by as always, and good luck in your journey in life. I will say this though, that you guys are being watched by an elder, this grandma here. I feel like this grandma will also give some sort of revelation aside from this channeled message that I have for you to kind of get like. And but I did mention that if you know if it's for you. But something about the grandma also is very prevalent here in this message. So, look out for that as well. It will come to you when it's right. So yeah, I'm officially done, and good luck in your journey in life. And obviously, condolences for your mom's best friend's family member that passed away. Okay.